Hello, my name's James Markham, and I'm just going to be talking about what factors influence person's health. Why? At the beginning of this semester, we were all asked this question, and I just kind of want to talk about specifically what I put and kind of what's changed and what's remained the same. Um, so the three at the beginning of the semester that I put was sleep, genetics, and diet. What's remained the same is mostly diet. Um, Specifically in regards to history of diet amongst family members has changed a little bit with that, but also kind of remained the same. So I'll kind of go in more detail. Specifically, what I'm talking about is the thrifty phenotype. Basically, what this is just as individuals go through what it basically feast or famine. In respect to, for example, let's talk about famine. These individuals will go through famine with undernutrition, and as time goes on, they go ahead and have a baby. And when that baby grows up, if the environment has changed, we actually see the baby become obese as he grows to adulthood, just because the environment has changed. And epigenetically speaking, the thrifty phenotype has allowed for this change to occur, which leads to the individual being obese. And it's actually pretty similar when it comes to overnutrition, because if overnutrition occurs, we see individuals just kind of take after their parents and just kind of remain obese as well. So in undernutrition circumstances, if the environment changes, that can lead an individual to having a chronic obesity, or if overnutrition or overconsumption continues from maternal to offspring, that can remain the same as well. One thing that's kind of changed a little bit for me is kind of my view on genetics when it comes to this. A lot of it actually has to do specifically with that, because for the most part, as it turns out, many of these diseases actually aren't so much based on genetic, which there is diseases that are based on genetic that do play a role on an individual's health. That's just the facts. But one thing that specifically is interesting is most of these diseases are actually through epigenetic means rather than genetic means, which makes sense considering that many chronic diseases like obesity or like many cancers and other issues also come from issues such as like smoking or environmental changes to that individual. Sleep is still very important. Not much has changed for there. I think that as we see individuals who get less sleep, we also see issues with them not taking care of themselves, not eating right, but also just not taking themselves care in general. I think a lot of that just because they're kind of not in the right state, getting things taken care of and doing that. That hasn't changed a whole lot for me, but definitely diet has kind of perspective has changed, but mostly remained the same, while genetics has actually not been as big as I thought it was at the beginning of the semester. So thanks, guys.